At what point did you know you were going to move to Minneapolis, or what point did you actually kind of make a decision that? Because I'm not sure if you're aware of this or not, but it's actually quite against the trend for most Londoners to move to Minneapolis.
Yeah,
You would find yourself in a small percentage.
Yeah, there were a lot of surprised people when I told them that Sarah wasn't moving to London, but I was actually moving to St. Paul. That was a big moment for people, not least of which the family. But
did people in London think you were crazy? I mean, or did
yeah, people just looked at me like, why? I mean, you know, oh, you're moving to the States. I mean, a lot of people sent me emails saying congratulations on your move to New York, because they assume that, you know, if you're moving to the States, you're either going to move to New York or
they didn't assume you moved to Baltimore or to Cleveland or to Butte, Montana.
No, but you know, I had to explain to a lot of people exactly where St. Paul is, and I mean, I still do, obviously, but.
Well, it's kind of a weird secret, and I don't know if you knew about it before you got here, or if Sarah included you in. But there are a bunch of very nerdy, dorky type guys here who do typography.
Yeah.
Did you know of any of those guys before you got here?
I certainly knew of Test Pilot Collective.
Mm-hmm.
I used to look at their web page every day when they first started doing those. They used to post a new page every morning.
Yep.
And I used to look at that every day. I mean, I admit that some of our work you can easily see influenced by Test Pilot. Some of
they would find that high praise and feel quite shiny. In fact, I bet they will feel quite shiny when they hear that.
I did meet with Joe Crowell recently, and I did mention to him that a couple of our pieces of work were influenced by his work.
Joe and I have been working together for about the past 3 months, and really kind of enjoying it, because Joe, of course, was my intern way back when.
Yeah.
And it's nice to have him around the shop here again, just because he is sort of a quiet force of nature.
Well, we've been working with him too, because as we're designing this fashion magazine, we've created brand new typefaces for the whole project. And normally we would just create them in Illustrator and throw them together, throw headlines together, you know, bespoke headlines per spread, per feature. But for this, we realized that we were going to have to create some typefaces that could be turned into fonts and sent to the client. So we got Joe involved in working on that with us, which was good.
So two-part question, and you can answer it in any form you like.
Okay.
What's the worst thing about moving to the States, and or what's the worst thing about moving to Minneapolis? And you can answer them in any form, as long as I'm not an answer to both of them.
Yeah, no, you're not the answer to either of them. The worst thing is just, for me, one thing is British telly I miss.
You really miss EastEnders, really old episodes?
No. But there's just something about the television. I mean, the free television here is pretty amazing. You know, I'm used to free telly being... I think what British telly tends to do is because American TVs, a lot of American shows are really fantastic, but in Britain what we do is we buy up all the best ones and show them throughout the day free. Whereas here you have to pay to see the best of American television, and that seems like it's like such a shame that we're getting it for free and the guys who are creating it have to pay to see it. But that doesn't really answer your question, does it?
I think it gets closer. It gets closer.
Yeah.
But really, what's the worst thing about Minneapolis? Because there's a long list of things that have to be absolutely terrible. Outside of the food and the company and the weather.
I like the food. I would like to see some hills on the horizon. I'm used to seeing rolling countryside rather than several thousand miles of flatness. You know, there's just subtle things, really. I mean, there isn't really anything that bugs me about this place. It's fantastic. You know, I love it.
How's your drink, John?
My drink's good. How's your drink?
Yeah, it's outstanding. Sarah, what are we drinking here tonight?
Second, wow.